So we were discussing female reproductive system, and that we were done with a detailed lecture. Today we'll see what's written in our book. So let's start. So you'll see, if I just start from very basic, this female reproductive part divided into 4 other parts. So we have around like 4 parts. What you'll see, first one you'll see would be primary sex organ. Then second we have called as oviduct. This oviduct have fallopian tube. Then comes the third part, which is uterus. This also have other parts like cervix or vagina. And the fourth part you'll see would be external genitalia. So what you'll see in this part, kind of all external parts and these all, so I'm sure it's clear to you. So I'll just make you understand from the book reading, because we are done with this all things. So let's see. Okay, so we are starting female reproductive system, and there the female reproductive system, which is consisted of 4 main parts, as I mentioned. The first one is the ovaries, which is primary sex organ, which is also called as ovaries. Second is oviduct. Third is uterus. Fourth is vagina, like external genitalia, also called as vagina. Then comes our first part, which is ovaries. Ovaries are present in 2 in number, so that also they're present in pair form, so also called as gonads. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes our theory and detail about this. We are also done with the separate structure of ovary. You can watch that as well. So the female ovary, which lie in the abdominal cavity. So when we talk about the position, we have thoracic, the middle one abdominal, like middle is the diaphragm, then we have abdominal cavity, then the pelvic region or pelvic cavity come. So ovaries are present in pelvic cavity, so it's like ovaries lie in the abdominal cavity. But if we talk particularly about the regions, that's called as pelvic cavity. So they're flanking and attached with these to the uterus. Then each ovary is enclosed in a tough protective capsule, contains many follicles. So we're done with this, but still I can give you an overview. It's like, if this the structure, what you'll see ovary structure, which have one kind, this is egg, around like this. The middle one is egg, around these other structures called as follicle. So every month like one egg get made and these all, but entire life when girl is going to be produced, like not produced, but when girl is going to be born, so at that time we have around so many follicles, like so many 2 follicles. You'll see that's even written, I'll discuss. Then comes the structure. The first one you'll see would be called as primary oocyte. Then primary oocyte gets division. Then we get secondary oocyte. So secondary oocyte is simply here. So what will happen in the secondary oocyte? Secondary oocyte, after that, after step we have tertiary. Tertiary is quite important. Why? Just because in this tertiary we have one kind of another fluid called as sebum or something. So they produce fluid which provide lubrication, these all. So this means this is quite important. Then comes our other parts like corpus inhales, and here the region called as, over here the dots like structure called as cortex. And the entire ovary size is around what? It's around 2 to 4 centimeter. And you'll see ovaries have follicles, eggs, and they also have germinal epithelium layer around. So we're done with the detail. You can watch that. So after that we have a follicle, which consists of an egg surrounded by 1 or more layers of follicle cells. So yes, a very important point. What you'll see, if this the egg, what you'll see around this we have follicle. This follicle number get increased as mentioned here, so that by one or more layers of follicles are present, which nourish and protect the developing of the egg cells, which is clear, I'm sure. Each female ovary potential contain like this kind of follicles formed before the birth. Like if girl is going to be like having a birth soon. So at that time they have around more than, like, these are called as 200,000, 200 follicles, 200,000 follicles if I'm not wrong. So only several hundreds will release eggs, and during the female reproductive organ, these all things will be starting from puberty. Puberty is a stage where girls, not even girl, but like puberty simply means when they become mature. So at the age of 13, so many changes you will see from the age of 13, either that's a girl or boy. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then they continue menopause, which is menstrual cycle. One follicle matures and they release in the egg cells during each menstrual cycle. Then the cycle of follicle produce sex hormone that's called as estrogen. So I'm sure it's clear to you. So this means they produce female sex organ that's called as estrogen, which is quite important. So next video we discuss three other parts like oviduct, uterus, and we have another part as well, which is vagina. This is external genitalia. So we'll come with another video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.